punks, welcome back to my channel. This is Lookin' Bratz, aka Dom, and if you're new here, then welcome. This might be a strange video for you to have your first watch of me on. So I like to talk about dolls. My bias is obviously Bratz, and I like to do reviews, I like to do unboxings, I like to sort of explore some of the obscure doll lines that I personally enjoy, and I like to do a mix of a lot of different things. And this is my third video where I'm going to attempt to do my makeup, and so I'm a little bit nervous, and I also feel like I'm a little bit crooked, so I'm gonna fix myself. So yes, in this video, we are going to discuss and attempt to use the Bratz x Krash Pretty N Punk makeup collection, and this is something that I have been so excited for. Before we get into everything, first of all, if there's background noise, my AC is on. It is 90-something degrees outside. I do not want to melt in my bedroom, especially when I'm doing this video, so just a heads up on that. Second of all, I tend to talk a lot, so if you do not like people who talk a lot, this might not be the video for you, because I've been getting a lot of, not like a lot of complaints, but I've been getting a few snarky comments, and I'm like, yeah, like I literally say that I talk a lot, so like you did this to your, like you saw the video length, what did you expect? You clicked on the video knowing the video length. But anyways, I don't want to be like too snarky right back, even though it's like hard to, like I want to match people's energy sometimes. So if you're gonna come at me with like some sort of energy, like I'm gonna come right back at you with it. But anyways, on a more positive note, I have some really cool stuff here. So I did my face beforehand. I am wearing some light foundation, some concealer, some bronzer, and I did curl my eyelashes. I found my eyelash curler. It's not the Bratz one. The Bratz one from Primark did not work well when I did the last video, the Tweevils makeup. I really want to redo that one day because I did not like the way that turned out, honestly. And I might have better shades here with the Krash makeup. And the Krash makeup I've heard is pretty good. And I watched some stuff from Jew Galaxy, so check out their videos. They tried out some of the Krash Cosmetics makeup. And then I think my friends Emil and Frank are going to do a video too, so make sure to go check that out if it's up already. I don't know when this is going to get posted. We'll get into like I'll talk about my content stuff. I think we'll do like a little chat and makeup thing, but the Primark eyelash curler I didn't like as much, but it was cute, I guess. But I do like the beauty blenders, so they have like these beauty sponges and they kind of have Bratz embedded on them, and these are from Primark, and they do have Primark in the States. They only have a few locations. I think they're opening more, and there's one that is like about 15 minutes from my house. It's like at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey, so yeah, that's where I get my Primark stuff. I love seeing all the Bratz stuff there. There's some Barbie stuff there. I really want to go back, but I am broke as a joke, and I don't even know if I'll be able to put gas in my car this week. But anyways, going into some of the really cool stuff that Krash sent me. I just uploaded my Pretty N Punk review, so we have my dolls here for inspo. But Krash, I want to say it was like the very end of May, possibly going into June. Sometime around there, I got invited to this meeting with Krash Kosmetics, and there was me and some other creators who got invited to it as well. Alvaro, the CEO of Krash Kosmetics, he like invited us. He did this like presentation on their makeup collaboration with Bratz, but it was like a secret, so like we couldn't say anything. So it was like really cool. Like they kind of like let us in on the know. So he talked about the makeup collaboration. He told us like the inspo behind certain things. Obviously there's things that like people have already been like excited for, but like we were all like gagged over, like the Roxy and Nevra artwork, which unfortunately Roxy and Nevra won't be dolls. They only made artwork for this collaboration, but I really hope one day MGA takes the initiative and is like, we're gonna do a Pretty N Punk 2-pack with Roxy and Nevra, because I think that would be so cute, and I think fans would really like that. But regardless, just some really cool stuff. I was really so excited because of like the packaging, and if you already know, you watch my videos, you read my reviews and all of that on my website, lookinbratz.com. Also, go to lookinbratz.com, hold the G for all of your Bratz needs. I also have a really cool detailed review of the Pretty N Punk dolls. I have a really detailed review of Series 3. I have a detailed review about just about almost all of the collections from the past 2 years. And I also have a master post which shows all of the upcoming dolls. There's a list there, there's links like to Amazon stuff and all of that. You go to it, you'll find it. It's the Bratz 2023 master post, so check that out. But, sorry, again, I do go off on tangents, so this is what we're in store for here. But anyways, he showed us some really cool stuff, and I was so excited. He said that they looked at my website, lookinbratz.com, to get inspo for like certain things like the packaging and stuff. And I looked at it and I was like, you know what, like this like feels like so nostalgic. Like this feels like it's like a new thing, but also like a nostalgic thing. And I really love that. And I feel like this is the type of licensing collab that I love to see Bratz do. And I did love the Revolution collab from 2 years ago now. And Revolution is like a really cool company. But I will say, I don't think a lot of the shades performed as well as I would have wanted them to, even though I don't do my makeup like full beats like I used to do like way back like 6-7 years ago. I still thought like, you know, some of the makeup could have performed a little bit better. And I thought it was mostly like a packaging thing. I thought the packaging for all the palettes is really cool. But I will say I'm really super duper impressed from the Krash Kosmetics packaging. But before we get into that, this is the poster. So this, I believe, is only being sent with the PR kits. So you can't really get this anywhere else, but it's really cool. So we have Roxy, Sasha, Chloe, Jade, Yasmin, and Nevra. And of course, Roxy and Nevra are exclusive to the makeup collaboration. And then Sasha was actually like our first full look at like what the Sasha doll would look like before we actually saw the Sasha doll, which is now out. So it's like really crazy because the first leaks that we got, it wasn't leaks, but the listings for Pretty N Punk got posted last August. So now it's like a year later and we finally have the dolls, and it just shows like how much planning really goes into these dolls. Like the timelines, it's like it could be up to a year or even more than that to really plan these dolls, get them to shelves, or sort of get them to shelves, because Pretty N Punk really won't be on shelves as much, which is unfortunate because I think it's a really solid collection right next to Series 3. But getting into some more of the makeup, I think my second favorite thing, I will say, second favorite thing are the iconic couples palettes. So I do believe Krash has done like the iconic couples palettes in the past, but just not Bratz themed, of course. And that was like one of their like staples from Krash Kosmetics, and the way that they did this I really appreciate. So they have them all coupled up. So there's Chloe, Cameron, Roxy, Nevra, Sasha and Jade, and Yasmin and Eaton, and they're packaged all like this. And I did unbox the rest of them just because I didn't want to like unbox them all on video and like take up more time than I need to. But what I love about this is that it does look like doll packaging, but even more so, it reminded me so much of the Bratz Babies fashion packs. Like the way that everything is positioned and displayed, like it just gave me that vibe. And even like down to the handles and the shapes and everything, I just thought that was a really cool, like neat detail. And I love that Krash, like their design team, really went the extra mile with this packaging. And something else really cool to note are the like pleather handles. Like they feel like such a good quality, and they are studded. They have like, it's like a belt, but also I do believe that this can turn into a choker if you wanted to. I don't want to take it off the packaging, but there's like a real like belt loop in there if you see it. I'm not gonna do that, but it's a really cute detail. And then there is like this real metal chain on the side. So packaging, like the package design is insane to me. Like I'm shook by this. And they also do come with stickers. So we're gonna unbox this one, but I'll show you the other palettes And it's kind of like build your own palette. So the way that it was described to us in that meeting was like, they want it to be like a real doll where you see all of the accessories laid out, and then you have like, you know, the main items. So this would be like the doll, this would be like the accessories in a sense. And then you kind of like build your own palette, even though it's kind of laid out for you anyway. But this is the Sasha and Jade palette. And I think the shades are really cool. I don't know how they're all going to perform. I've heard really good things about Krash Kosmetics, but they're not all eyeshadows. So the first 4 will be eyeshadows, but then the very last shade will actually be a watercolor eyeliner. Sorry. I've never really worked with watercolor eyeliners personally. They look really cool, so I'm excited to try that out. I just don't know, like, I don't hope I don't mess anything up. That's like my main thing, is that I'm really nervous about that. But there's some shade names here that are kind of like correlated to things from the Bratz brand or things that they like, you know, from the TV show and stuff. So there's Going Out, there's Best Friends Forever with a 4, Not Pink, Punk, Dump Him. I'm getting tired of Dump Him. There's a few exceptions to it, like I think fine here, but I'm tired of like the very basic Dump Him branding. I think they need to retire it. But I did like the one shirt from Five Below that has like Chloe. Oh, my friends and I, we took the picture from Five Below. Do I have, oh, I have it here. Wait, let me show it to you really quick. Sorry. Five Below has been doing such a trash job at restocking this shirt, but we just took it. It was like the thing that I don't think it's illegal because they'll end up throwing it out anyway, but yeah. Not to like advocate stealing, like that's your own business. I won't judge you. But I was like, you know what, I think it's really cute. I would like to like frame it or something. I don't know. There's so many things I want to frame. Like I want to frame this poster. Like I think this is such a cool poster, but it's just like I don't have space, like places to really put these things without it looking like, I don't want anything to be like overwhelming. And currently I do feel a little bit overwhelmed in my space, but we'll get into that when I do my makeup. I'll talk a little bit more. But anyways, oh, and I said Dump Him. And then the last one is called Cool Boo, which I think is just like a Cool Cat Bunny Boo combo. But before anybody starts like going off about theories, Sasha and Jade are just best friends. And they make it very clear with like the branding and everything is like they're iconic couples, but not like all romantic couples. So similarly, Yasmin and Eaton have never really been like a confirmed couple. And there's obviously some complicated history with Eaton because there was a time where Thad and Eaton in like 2015 were going to be like a couple for like a Pride theme set, but then it never got put out because it just didn't happen. Retailers didn't really want it. But moving on, we have the Yasmin and Eaton palette. They are the flirtatious couple, so they're not like an official couple, but they're like, you know, they've always been like kind of flirtatious in the show. And so we have Crush in a Rush, which is actually, I believe, the name of the first episode of the television series. Aside from like the Rock Angels movie, which sometimes gets split into 3 episodes, but Crush in a Rush is like the first episode after Rock Angels happens. And then we have Cita y Ciegas, and I gotta be honest, I don't know what that means. Then we have Vanilla Skies, Pink, it looks like it says Lauren, but it says Pink Lovin'. And then Dragon Princess, which again is in play on Dragon and Pretty Princess, which are their nicknames. And I do think the palettes themselves are cute. I like how they have the Pretty N Punk font. It's kind of like based off the Sex Pistols logo. And then we have the Roxy and Never palette, and they are a romantic couple. They are the first LGBT couple of the brand. And again, that was a really historic time. And so we have the shades Besito, which I know is a kiss. And then we have Steppin' Out, Caliente, More Than a Crush, like kind of with a K because it's Crash. And then we have Spice Queens, and like at first I was like, oh, is it a Spice Girls reference? And it totally could be, because obviously Pretty N Punk, London, but also because Spice is Roxy's nickname, and then Queen Bee is Never's nickname. But I also think it might have been a Spice Girls reference, but who knows. And then we're gonna unbox the Chloe and Cameron palette just to get a good look at that and to put it together. And so I was asking my friends, Frank and Emil, and I was like, what are y'all gonna do with the palettes? Like, how are you going to display them? Are you gonna display them? Because I'm really unsure, because I love the way that they look in the plastic packaging, but also I don't know, like I want them on display in that packaging, but also if I'm using them, I don't want to like take the eyeshadows out again and do all of that. But I'm thinking I might like ignore the bottom part and then just put the palettes up here maybe one day and then leave the brushes in. And they all do come with brushes, and they say Bratz X Krash, and they all kind of have different, like the way that they all look on the one end. The other end is for the activated liner for the water. I thought I lost one of the brushes. Ah! But I do like how they kind of all on the top serve different purposes. So this one is the eyeshadow base brush. Then we have a detail brush, precise blender brush, and then we also have just a blending brush. And then all the other ones are like the eyeliner ends for when you activate the eyeliner. So that's all pretty cool. And I love how they all have the Bratz Krash logo on them. This is just like so cute. I love how they kind of like diversified the brushes, and it's not just the same basic brush with each one. But anyways, I'm gonna build my palettes. And then also, if you didn't notice, you know what, let me put this in the palette first, because I'm afraid of like spilling this. And it looks like the eyeliner in this one kind of already split, like it's cracked a little bit. So let me be careful. Okay, we have the Chloe and Cameron palette. Yes. So we have Mega Obsessed, and that shade looks ridiculously glittery, and I love that so much. We have Figured Him Out, which is like in the line in Rock Angels, like I still haven't figured him out. My Boo, which this one, I don't know, this one seems just like the least likely to be in this palette, but it is. We have Long Game, and then we also have Hearts Ablaze. This is the one that's the eyeliner that cracked a little bit. But what I love is that they put the icon emblems, oh, I got my fingerprints on that, ew, on the two shades in each palette. And I also have blue eyeshadow all over my finger now. It looks really pigmented though, so that's really cool. And let me just like see if I can wipe them. But yeah, that is Chloe and Cameron. So I do love the designs of the palettes themselves. And I'm still thinking about how I really want to display these, but they feel like really nice. Like I love how hefty they feel. Like I don't know, like it just feels like very official. I love it when things come like this, and I love the designs on them. I love how they have like this on the side. It's really cool. And they all feel like very unique and individual, and like they still fit the theme of Pretty and Punk. It looks like books. That's what it looks like to me. And some other really cool things. We have the blush and highlighter duo, and it's actually supposed to mimic, if you haven't seen my reel yet, because I did do a reel where I showed it off. So you can see in this like little mini palette from the Girls Night Out dolls, these palettes used to come a lot with a lot of the dolls back in the day. And there's like, you know, one shade and then a smaller shade. And then of course the mirror. And then in this one, this is like Sasha, so each character of the core four gets their own sort of makeup product. We have the trapezoid, and then we have the highlighter, and then we have the blush on this side. There's also the angel lips, and then the not so angelic lip. It's like a 2-in-1, and they're supposed to kind of like, this is how we kept like seeing it. It was supposed to be like this, like lips. And this one is supposed to be the more like neutral, like brighter shade, and this is supposed to be the more like punk, darker shade. And these are Chloe's products. I thought that was really cool how her name is Angel, her nickname, and then they kind of like did a play on like, oh, like one will be darker and one will be lighter. And these are like duos, so I love the packaging on these. They just look very, very sleek to me, and I love seeing that for Bratz. And then this is the angelic shade, and it's like a very cute like nude color. And then on the other end, it's going to be a clear gloss. One of these, I think it's the other one that smelled really nice. I was smelling it. So yeah, we have the clear gloss on this side, and then this is the not so angelic shade. And so it's like a nice darker lipstick. It looks almost like a little like a plum burgundy red. It's really, really cute. We also have the, what is it called for? To Die For Metals with a Z, and then it's, yeah, To Die For Metals eyeliner. And this is Jade's product, and I love the shape of this as well. So it reminds me a lot of, like, obviously the Moa Lola dolls that came out recently, which are also very, like, on brand with this, but also the Bratz Babies packaging from back in the day, the way it was kind of like slanted upwards like that. And it looks like we're gonna get some Bratz Babies dolls next year, so check out my Bratz 2023 master post to get the deets on that. But this eyeliner, it's a cute eyeliner. It's like a basic black shade. And I actually tried it on here and has not been moving. Oh, it budged a little bit. Maybe not. Okay, it budged a little bit because I really rubbed it and I was trying to like wipe it off before. But I don't know if I'm gonna use this as much, and we all saw my last video, if you did, where I tried to use the black eyeliner and I did not do a good job at it. But I do have an idea of how I can incorporate this somewhere, but maybe not in my makeup look. But we'll see. I'll see. We also have the eyelashes suitcase, and I don't think I'm going to use the eyelashes, and I kind of like the way they look in here, but there's Bratz and there's Krash, and there's a real working handle, and then wheels on it, and then there's the lashes on the inside. I will say it's a very, very elaborate package for just like falsies. But I will say, if it was just falsies on their own, I don't think people would have been as interested. So I think they kind of needed the gimmick of the suitcase, and it's supposed to match up with the Pretty N Punk suitcases, which come with the Pretty N Punk dolls. But originally, they did come with the Tokyo Go-Go dolls, yes. So yeah, this is cute. I like it. It's a cute package design. Like, how can you beat that? But then the last thing, and I will say it came in a really cute package. It's the same size as the eyeshadow liner palettes, was the mirror, which I did take out, and it shows all of the artwork. The only ones missing from this are Dylan and Megan, and I think it would have been cool if they had added them maybe as like another palette or something, but I also feel like they maybe didn't want to overdo it, so I understand that. But it shows like the artwork of all the girls on the back. It totally excludes the boys except for the frat. So yeah, that's really cool, and I love the package presentation. There's like flames on the background here. The mirror itself is what really got me because it is shaped like a Bratz brush, like the iconic Mugler star-shaped brush. So there's like the trapezoid here, and then the brush on the top, and then it's a trapezoid shaped mirror, and the handle is really nice. It's also like a long trapezoid shape. We have the K for Krash, and then we have the B with the angel halo logo right there, and I think it's so cool. We have the Bratz X Krash logo up here. Really, really cool. I think this is such a fun like collector's piece. So I'm loving the collection already so far, but we're gonna see how these products perform, and I'm nervous because I'm not a professional makeup artist, so if you're expecting like really good makeup, hold your expectations, please. And truthfully, I don't even know what I'm gonna do because I feel like all of the Pretty N Punk dolls, for the most part, they don't really have unique makeup looks. They kind of all just have dark makeup. I love Sasha's cut crease, but I do not want to do a cut crease. And yeah, they kind of like all have like very similar eyeshadow looks aside from Sasha's. So I don't know. We're gonna like look at some things. Let's see. Also, Megan is here with us in spirit. She is on my shirt. She's also here in doll form. She's just not in the makeup collab. Okay, first thing I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to go into the Punk Lovin' Eaton shade on the Yasmin and Eaton palette, and I'm gonna take this eyeshadow base brush, and I think I'm just gonna put it on my eyelids just to sort of lay it down like a base. I did put an eye primer on, so yeah. This feels like very close to my skin tone though, so hopefully it'll kind of like help like shades pop if they need to. Okay. My hair is falling. Also, I don't know if like my foundation shade is the best at the moment, so please don't mind my eyeshadow shade. It's just that I like this specific foundation, which is like a Fenty Beauty, but it's like a more of like a sunscreen-ish one, and I love the way that it feels on my skin. I love the way it makes my skin look. I just don't use it super often, and I think I bought it when I was a little bit more tanned, and I'm not at the moment, so please excuse that. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I kind of like this long game, but I don't know. Like, I feel like, should I have a transition shade? Like, I haven't done makeup like this in a while. Like, it's still like very much like a concept that I don't fully like remember. Like, I used to do makeup like years and years ago, back when like the makeup industry was really like booming and makeup influencers were like a huge deal. But since then, like, I don't know. And I used to like enjoy foundation and stuff, but I always felt like it felt so like heavy on me, which I like the Fenty Beauty because it doesn't feel as heavy. But I don't know. I think because I used to have like really bad acne, and I used to have a lot of acne scars, and a lot of that has gone away, thankfully. I found an amazing skincare routine that really, really works for me. And even though I still have like blemishes here and there, and I have some issues with my skin, I feel like it's been really healthy over the past 2 years or so. So I'm grateful for that. So I haven't worn foundation often because of that reason. I don't know. Something's telling me to dip into long game as like, or maybe even figured him out. I don't know. Okay, something I'm feeling like I'm gonna go into more than a crush. This sounds like a brave moment for me, so let's cross our fingers here, because I'm a little unsure. But we're gonna see how this shows up on my face. I'm gonna use my mirror. Okay. There's definitely red. It's definitely like showing up. I don't know. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Like the pigment. I'm kind of just gonna go like here, and I'm gonna work it more into like the corners of my eyes, and then maybe like drag it out a little bit, kind of like here, because this is where my like eye bone is. Is that a word? I mean, it is a word, but is it correct? I don't know. And I don't know, like, again, I'm not a professional makeup artist, so I don't know if anything I'm doing is like legal in the makeup world. All like jokes, because I do joke a lot. Not that it's like illegal, but like, am I doing it right? I don't know. Am I using the right terms here? I don't even recall. I think makeup was really fun when I used to do it, but the only reason I got out of it was because honestly, I was just really busy with school. And when I was in college, like, I just felt like I had no time to like really like do makeup. I was always doing something else. And then, I don't know, I just kind of like fell out of it. But then I kept collecting it because I love like makeup, like package design. I think that's the thing. Same thing with Bratz, is I really love package design a lot. So yeah. Cita y ciega? Cita a ciegas. Sorry. See, I really don't know the term, so please don't mind me. And I think I want to kind of do like a dramatic kind of like punky, smoky eye moment. I do like the way these blend though, I will say. I feel like they're blending very nicely. And I'm feeling the drama. But yeah, as someone who like really did enjoy makeup, and I still do to an extent, it's just like not as often. I have to say, like, I love it when Bratz does makeup collaborations, and I was really excited when Revolution did theirs, and they were really cool. They had sent me the whole collection at the time. What do we think? I think it looks pretty good, actually. Okay. Let's go in on the other side. But at the time, I actually, like, when I bought... No, I didn't buy it. At the time, when they had sent the collection, I did, like, this whole review and stuff. And I, like, did swatches on my arm, and I actually did shave my arm this time in case I had to do swatches. And I also wanted to draw on my arm like I did the last time, because that was a really cool post. But I never, like, I didn't really actually use any of this products on myself, except for, like, some of the more basic, like, skincare-y type stuff. Like, I used, and I really, really loved, I loved the lip exfoliator and lip care duo. And I don't even know if they still have that in stock anywhere, but if they do, I should probably get some. Because I thought it was, like, legitimately really good. Does that look even? I don't know. What if I attempt to cut crease? Oh, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy, Dom. My one thing is, like, I always feel like I get this eye really good, and then this eye I tend to struggle a little bit. Not bad. I like it. Do I look pretty? But I guess while I'm doing my makeup, I'll talk about some things. So, a lot has happened. I feel like the past month has been a lot for me. I mean, I'll say maybe even like the past month and a half. I have been making a lot of content, and I feel like I talk about this sometimes, and this is kind of like just like a me problem. Also, I think I might try to go into stepping out, and then maybe I'll put that on my lid. Did I use stepping out before? No, I didn't. I used more than a crushed eye. But, oh, see, that mirror's too small. Okay, I don't think that shade is like showing up the way I want it to. You know what, now I have an idea. Sorry, I'm like thinking out loud. Cause I like that shade there, and I'm thinking like, should I like, sorry, I know what I'm talking about in my head. Okay, I'm dipping a little bit into Best Friends Forever. So yeah, it's just like a lot of content making, and then I did my series 3, I did my Pretty in Punk. I got those at the end of June, and now I have both up, but then I have so much other content now, like, to go with it. And I'm glad, like, I was able to do the content in advance. What I'm just worried about is, like, more things are gonna pop up, and I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, like, I just have so much that I have to post. So that's been, like, my one concern, and I don't know. I do feel a little bit overwhelmed, but also a little bit relieved at the same time. We're going into Best Friends Forever, by the way, from the Sasha Jade palette, and I'm kind of bringing that into my outer corners. And then I'm also reblending some parts here, because I feel like I didn't do a great job. Okay. But, yeah, it's just been a weird time for me. Like, you know, I'm glad I have like things that I can like post and stuff, and I can keep things like relevant to like what is happening right now with Bratz releases specifically. And I think it's giving me a chance to like now, like I can do that, and I have a lot going on in like my actual job, because this is not my actual job, this is just a hobby. And my actual job is like very far removed from what I do online. So it's been really weird trying to balance, like, I want to be creative, I want to create content, and I want to do this like fun stuff, but then at the same time, I'm like, I have to like get like really kind of like remedial tasks sometimes, but also like very just like tedious, time consuming things at work that I feel like are like very simple, but then the way that I can compute them, and I'm like, ugh, like I really don't want to do this. Like, I'm just not feeling it. And sometimes like I'll be at my desk at work and I'll be like staring off into space, and I'm like, what am I doing? And I don't hate my job, I like my job, but I'm like, I know that in the long run, like I know that it's not gonna be like what I do long term, or at least I hope it's not what I do long term. And I really like want to branch off into something more creative, and they do give me like a way to like be creative at times, and I appreciate that. Is that even? Sorry, I'm looking in my camera. How does this look, y'all? Is it blended out here? And I like that, like, you know, I think my job, it's like a nice work environment for me, but at the same time I'm like, like, I don't know, like I just can't. The actual work itself is like what gets me down. So it's like that on top of like wanting to create content and wanting to focus a lot more. Like I really need to finish updating my website, and that has been the thing that has, it's like always in the back of my mind, but like there, like it always tries to like push itself up to the front, but then I'm like, oh, but then there's this thing coming up, or like a doll came out and I want to talk about it, and I want to strike while the iron's hot. So that's always been my struggle. And I feel like some people tend to forget that my website is like the first thing that I ever really have to my name. Like, as I started off on social media, but as a way to advertise my website, and then it kind of spiraled into me doing like everything that I'm doing right now, like doing YouTube and then doing Instagram and TikTok and everything like very consistently, which I never fully expected to happen. I felt like it would have happened like after I launched the website, but now that I have the website, I really want to go back to focusing on the website again. So that's been really hard for me to do with everything that just is happening in my life and happening in like the content creating world. So that's where I've been struggling, and I've pre-filmed, sorry, I'm looking at my shades right now. I'm going into stepping out again, and I'm going to try to pack that on my eyelids. And I really just want to get back to, does that look good? That looks good, right? That looks pretty okay. Yeah, I just want to get back to the website, but I've pre-filmed a lot of videos, and I'm like, goodness, like when am I going to put these out? Like I should put them out soon, but I should also maybe like put them out. I don't want to overwhelm people, and I don't want to overwhelm myself at the end of the day. And that's always my fear with creating content, is like I'm putting too much out. There was a point where I felt like I was uploading a YouTube video every single day, and I didn't feel like it was the healthiest thing. And I felt like it really like made people lose in, ooh, I just got that all in my inner corner. Okay, let me try to brush it off. So yeah, that's been my thing, is like I don't want to overwhelm people. I don't want to overwhelm myself by trying to like overproduce things that people can consume, because at the end of the day, like I don't want to like lose like engagement. I don't want people to feel like I'm overwhelming them. I don't want to overwhelm people, and I think that's been my one concern with that. So I have like about like 10 videos that I actually have not edited, and here I am filming one. But I will say, this is my first video that I've actually filmed in a month now. The last video I filmed was a month ago, and that's what like I've literally like I've not put these videos out, so I need to get like back on that. I'm going back in with Best Friends Forever, and I'm putting it in the crease, because we kind of have like that like lighter shade like on the lid, and then I might put a glitter on it. I feel like that's gonna look cute, hopefully. But yeah, like I feel like maybe not a lot of people relate to that, but I also think it just like sucks for me personally, because I have so many ideas. Like I literally like have ideas that could like really just be like really cool, things that I'm really interested in, things that I really want to talk about. But then I'm like, oh, like I can't do it all at once, and I have to like accept that. And I have accepted that, but I don't know, like I filmed maybe about like 20 to 30 reels, like footage for about 20 to 30 reels worth of reels. I don't know if that made sense, but yeah, I have like that all backlogged. So I think I just need to get through all of that first. And then obviously this will be like my last, maybe like my last or my second to last video. See, I'm already a mess. This is gonna be my last or my second to last video that I film before I really like, before I have to get through all this content first. I need to edit everything. I need to just distribute it in a way that isn't overwhelming to myself or to anybody else. And then I think from there, I'll be in an okay spot. I just think, yeah, I just think I need to do that. And then I can get into the stuff, like the other things that I really want to talk about and do. And I feel like after I get through this like cycle, I feel like there's going to be a huge shift in my content. And not in a bad way. I think it's going to be like really good and positive. Like I love what I've been doing, but I also feel like there's been opportunity for me to really like branch into things that I really, really want to talk about instead of just doing like unboxings and, you know, reviews and stuff, which I love to do and I'll still do them, but I feel like there's other things that I really want to get into the nitty-gritty of, and I want it to be like more focused. I want it to be a little bit less me being scatterbrained like I am in this video, and more like very precise, very like, you know, concise, I should say, flow of information, and talking about things and discussing things that I find very interesting. I have very interesting dolls that I've been buying that I really want to talk about. I have like things that I want to do, like more tutorials about hair types and all of that. So I think it's just a matter of me getting through whatever I'm doing right now, and then I need to finish the website, and then I think I'll go back into like making videos consistently about like the things that I'm talking about right now, like that I really want to get into. So yeah, sorry. That was a long explanation for like nothing, but that's just the way I've been feeling. But I kind of like the eyeshadow look, I will say. Going back to like what I'm doing here. So I think, I don't know, I want to try the liner, but I'm very scared. Very, very scared. So I don't know. I really want to try this glitter because it looks so cool. But I don't know. Is it gonna look bad? Like just a little like pop of glitter. How is that? It's okay. I don't want it to look like random and like not good. So, you know what I should have done first? I should have gone for one of the metallic shades. I feel like I'm gonna regret that actually, sorry. I dipped my finger into a metallic shade and I was like, wait, I don't think that's a good idea. These glitters are good though. I like the glitters a lot. Like they feel like they pack on really nicely. And I like the consistency of the glitter. Okay, I definitely packed that on and like way too far off to the left. Trying to distribute that glitter a little bit more evenly. I want it to be a little bit more in the middle. That looks cute, right? Yeah. I always sound super unsure. Okay, I think I'm gonna attempt to work with one of these liners, and the one is like really interesting me, and it's this Cool Boo liner, but I'm really scared because I don't know how well it's gonna look. Or maybe I'll go in with Dragon Princess because I feel like that might match the look a little bit more. Let's try Dragon Princess actually. But also I do want to do my lips. I want to do my lips with the lipstick. Okay, I wet my brush. I'm scared. Okay, I definitely see the eyeliner activating, but I'm not seeing it appear on my brush. Oh, there it is. I feel like I wasn't seeing it on my brush as much. An interesting concept to me is like water activated eyeliner. Okay, I just attempted a little wing there. I think the wing looks pretty good. Like, I don't know if you can even tell on camera what I'm doing here. I think this would have been really cool if I had done like a more cut crease look, but I just was not feeling up to it. I will say though, doing a wing with this liner, like activated liner, is surprisingly easier than I thought. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a different brush because that one I was not feeling confident in. So I could just put this like in my eye, right? Okay. So I'm just going ahead and I'm putting that in my eye. Does it look okay? Okay, I put it in my like waterline, so I hope it looks fine. I feel like I should put a shimmer somewhere. Okay, I'm going in with my boo, and I'm gonna put it in my inner corner. Maybe I'll do the precision brush. Ah, precision brush. Under on my eye bags. I feel like I always end up with some variation of like this makeup look. I will say, aside from the glitter, I think the glitter might have been a mistake, but it doesn't look horrible to me. Maybe I should blend out the bottoms a little. That's cute, I think. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And you know what the fun thing about makeup is, there really is no rules to makeup, and I think that's like what Krash does stand for, is like, makeup is makeup. Like, you can do whatever you want with it. I mean, there's like, obviously, like, there is some sort of distinction between good makeup and bad makeup, like how pristine does it look, I guess? I don't know. I don't know if I fully care. I'm also, yeah, see, this is where I start to regret things, is that I probably should. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't think that's a good idea. Here I am, like, nah, like, you can do whatever you want. And then here I am, like, also being like, what are you doing, Dom? Why'd you put that red on your highlight bone? It looks a little clownish. I mean, actually, I don't know. I like it a little bit. Let me just do it on the other side and we'll even it out. Why not? Clown Couture. Okay, I need to try out the blush. So we have the blush. Oh, I'm just wiping this all over my, I should have brought wipes with me. I'm wiping it all over my shorts. So we're gonna try out the blush and highlighter. Oh, the blush is nice. I like the blush. That's really cute, actually. I like the way it blends. Maybe I should wear blush more often. I look a little bit like a clown, though. But am I like a punk clown? I don't know, actually. I'll do a little bit on my nose, too, since I'm a little clown. And then highlighter, I'm not using the Krash brushes here. Let's see how this highlighter works. Okay. Remember when highlighter was like a huge deal back in like 2016, 17? And like everyone and their mothers like loved highlighter? I'm going off like 2016 standards and I'm putting highlighter in like all the spots where they would tell you. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this on my brow bone. And you know what? Maybe it'll help bring the glitter in a little bit better. What's funny is like, I feel like whenever I do the makeup videos, I don't get a lot of like views on them, so I don't know if anyone's gonna really care. And no one ever really comments on like the makeup look, which is hilarious to me because they're probably like, oh my god, that looks like they don't have words. Because trust, I sometimes don't have words either. I'm gonna try out the lipstick shades, and I kind of want to attempt to do like an ombre lip. This one smells so good. This is the Not So Angelic. I haven't put lipstick on in a long time. Whoa, that's a lipstick, man. Oh. So these are matte lipsticks. And I guess they might dry down. I will say they have a lot of pigment in them. I always forget how much of like a mind game putting on lipstick is. I look kind of like a clown. I feel like I got set up. I set myself up for this. How do I look? I'm just gonna say, let's try for the matte. I mean, not the matte, for the ombre. Okay, that's not ombre, but it mixed the colors and I kind of like the color. My viewership just went down by like 80% for this. Okay, it's not bad. Maybe mascara will save it. I'm just gonna go in with this mascara that I have. That did feel like the one thing missing from the line was mascara, although I don't really like care much. And maybe they just like were like, you know, mascara isn't a focus. Okay. Am I looking pretty in punk? Wait. I mean, I don't hate the look. It's definitely like not my best work. And I look a little bit, I look like I went to the Shein factory trip. Sorry. I don't know, wait, it's a little bit of a slay though. What do you think? That's hot. You know what, I'm also not really used to seeing myself with facial hair and makeup because I used to like not grow in my facial hair like this. But honestly, like I think it's kind of cute. I feel like the lip maybe it needs the gloss. Let's try the gloss. The gloss is cute. I like it with the gloss. My lips are getting stuck together. It kind of reminds me of Miss Girl Chloe here. Actually, I think the gloss kind of makes the lips look better. Yeah, I just think I'm not used to seeing myself with a lip color like this. So it's definitely very different for me. And I feel like I've been so used to like presenting masculine that I don't, it's weird for me to see myself presenting a little bit more feminine again. So I think that's been my like thing about this whole whatnot. But I think honestly, like it doesn't look bad. I think I maybe could have used some different colors. And I think maybe I didn't do the greatest job with the lipstick, but I mean, hey, I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of digging it. I feel like I did a much better job when I did my Jimmy Paul look and I did the Pride look. And I feel like I just tend to like, at some point, everything gets kind of meshed together. I think I made a huge mistake going in with the red here, but it's kind of like too late to turn back time. So that's that on that. But otherwise, like, I don't know. I like the blush. I feel like maybe I could have been a little bit more light-handed with it. And I don't know. I kind of look, I think I look punk. Like, I look punk enough. Like, and that's the point, is that I'm supposed to look like pretty and punk. So it works out. Like, I think it's fine. I just think I'm just not used to it. And I don't think it's horrible, but it's definitely not the best. Like, I'm not a professional. I don't do this regularly anymore. So it's just something I do for fun sometimes here and there on YouTube. So if you enjoyed it, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the little talk too. We didn't get too deep, but we, you know, got into some things. And if you like my website and stuff and you were curious to like know about like what I've been up to with it, I will say it's been like very slow with progress in some of the updates the past few months, especially because of doll releases and especially because of like Bratz news that has been coming out. But I am looking to really get back into it, and I'm hoping and aiming to finish it, wrap it up by this fall so that it's looking a lot better. But yeah, that's it from me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you just enjoyed me rambling and attempting to do makeup. But anyways, I don't know fully where the Krash Cosmetics collection is being sold. I do know for sure it's on the Krash Cosmetics website, so I'll link that in the description, so check it out there. And otherwise, I think the P Primor, the European like beauty store, It's like pprettimore.eu. I could be wrong. I think they're selling the collection. And then Sephora Mexico stores, so Sephora stores in Mexico have been getting them. They have this really cool display. I'll try to put a picture here because it was a really cool display, and I like would love to have seen that in person. But this collection really isn't being sold like in the States or like in other countries. I think it's mostly just Europe, Mexico, and Spain, which is where Krash Kosmetics is located. Otherwise, it's like you have to get it imported, and I think the import and shipping fees are a lot. So yeah, good luck with that. But Krash Kosmetics does ship worldwide for the most part. I think it's just very expensive to get it shipped. And I think they just did their last restock. I think they were looking into getting it sold at some point in the States, but I don't know if that's still gonna happen. I think they just needed to go through some like certain like approvals and stuff. So I don't know. I would say stay tuned to the Krash Kosmetics social medias and stuff, and maybe ask them. Like, I'm sure they answer their DMs and stuff, and there's probably like a ways to find out how they do their shipping and whatnot. But otherwise, that is it from me. I would like to thank Krash Kosmetics for sending me this collection and for inviting me to that meeting and for making me feel like good because I love it when licensing companies really recognize me and recognize what I do with the Bratz brand and what I do for the Bratz brand and the website and everything. I think it's always very special when that happens. So shout out to Krash Kosmetics, shout out to Alvaro. You're amazing. Thank you for this. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Bratz content and more doll content, and maybe more makeup content in the future, who knows. Hopefully I'm not always a hot mess when I do my makeup. But yeah, follow me on all socials at LookinBratz. Hold the G on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Well, Twitter is now X, so anyways, follow me on socials, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Okay, the lips do kind of slay though. The lips kind of slay though.